Hi everybody, it's Matthew here from Bead Spider. How are we all doing today? It's time to learn some chevron stitch. So if you haven't used this one before, it's a really fun little tutorial that we're going to be doing, but essentially it's all about learning how to use chevron stitch in lots of different ways to make some gorgeous jewelry. First things first, I should definitely mention we've got loads of new MIYUKI beads in stock now, so you can go to the link that's there in the description below or above, whichever one. If you're on Facebook, it'll be below, and if you're on YouTube, it'll be the other way around. YouTube's below, Facebook's above. Click on that. We've got a introductory sale, so everything MIYUKI is on sale at the minute. All 350 different items. So there's size 11 seed beads, size 15 seed beads, and of course we've also got our Delica beads. All of them are on sale only till Sunday. So if you want to jump on and get some bargains, now is a good time to do it. Plus, if you also spend over £25, and as long as you've got something MIYUKI in your basket, we'll also give you a free pattern that's based on today's tutorial. So a chevron stitch double bracelet pattern, completely free. If you missed it on Wednesday, because we don't usually do it that way, we had our Tudor bangle video go out live on a premiere, which is this gorgeous little design just here, which essentially it's a right angle weave and using twin beads. Come on, let's get in focus now. It's gonna play. There we go. So that's the design just there. Lots and lots of different colors that it comes in. So you can get that little video, you can watch that one, but that particular kit, we are doing them on sale, any 3 for £20. So very, very good value if you want to go and get yourself a Tudor bangle, or if you missed the video, just head to the Bead Spider website, you can watch it there too. Let's see who's joined us today. We've got plenty of people commenting on. I've got to scroll back up and see. Here we go. Debbie's here. She says good morning. From Missouri, she said it was, whom do we have the pleasure of chatting with today? So I'm going to be here streaming. Jermaine will be there on the comments. We've got Betty here, Gwen's here, Sarah, Alicia, Monica, Seema, Doris, who else have we got? Jillian. Lots and lots of people have joined us today, which is lovely to see. Thank you, everybody. Here we go. Here's one. Monica says, hello everyone. Hi Monica. She's all the way in Borneo, I believe, if memory serves me. So she's, very, very off far and away, enjoying our show from quite a distance. But yeah, so thank you everybody who's joining. I know you're excited. If you haven't seen chevron stitch before, it's a form of like beaded netting essentially. Which there's a lot that you can do with it. Netting is quite a versatile stitch. First things first, I've got my Matthew mug, which if you're new and you haven't seen this, I painted it myself because, I'm an adult like that, aren't I? So I've got my tea. Make sure all of you lovely beader ladies at home have your tea or coffee or whatever. Yeah, lots of people from all over the world, it seems. We've got Lori from Oneida as well. Another from South Florida. Lots and lots of people. Oh, Ruti's here from Jerusalem. Lots and lots of people. So, yes, like I said, let's take a little look at what the actual stitch looks like. So, in today's tutorial, I am going to show you how to do sort of single chevron stitch. I'll show you how to do double chevron stitch. Let's zoom in so we can see it a bit better. Yeah, single chevron stitch, double chevron stitch, how to do it with 2 colors. I'm going to add in some beads as well, all sorts of different things, just to sort of give you a full masterclass on learning chevron stitch. So it's called chevron stitch because it's made up of all of these tiny little triangles interlocked with each other. So very fun, useful, easy to play with, but looks super effective as well. So a nice little stitch. So for example, it does make like a really nice little bracelet if you want to. Let's zoom back out. Matches my hairy arm, doesn't it? There we go. So you can see it there as a bracelet. This one here, it's in use as a necklace strap as well. You can do bracelets just on their own. Necklaces. Like they make really, really lovely necklaces because they're so fluid. They curve with the shape of your body really, really nicely as well. So like I said, it's quite a fun and versatile step that we're going to be learning today. But yes, so like I said, because we have the new beads from MIYUKI, I think we've got about 200 different delicas. We've got somewhere in the vicinity of 70 or 80 size 11s, and then we've got all the 15s. So today I'm going to just play around. I've got 4 colors here which I'm going to use. I've got sort of a gold and a turquoisey color in the 11s, and I've got a gold and a turquoise in the 15s as well. So these are what I'm going to be playing with predominantly today. You can see there's their product codes, but if you haven't, let's just take a look at the Bead Spider website really, really quickly. Here it is just here. So if you want to grab some of those beads, obviously this big thing here where it says 5 ways to use Chevron stitch, that's today's tutorial, so you can click on that and it will show you this video if you want to come back and watch it later if you don't have time now. But otherwise, scroll down here, we've got our MIYUKI sale just here, the 3-day flash sale, all 350 different colors of MIYUKI on the left, and we also have our Preciosa twin sale still going on at the moment, so that's that one on the right if you want to get that one. If you missed that, like I said, the Tudor bangle tutorial, that's this one up here in the top corner at the top of our previous shows. But if you want to get a little bit of a taster of the sort of colors that we have, the big purple button doesn't go to the right place. I didn't send it to the right place yet. Oh well, doesn't matter. So anyway, I can find it this way instead. So view all upcoming and previous shows. This is where you can find all the different products to all the different tutorials we've ever done. So today, the Chevron stitch related products, let's take a look. Pretty much I've just put some seed beads in here, but you can see they're all on sale, even though they're brand new today. We've only just released them. Lots and lots of colors, 11s, 15s. This is just a selection of them. Otherwise, if you want to see them all, we do also have from the menu, beads, seed beads down towards the bottom, and then MIYUKI seed beads, and you can choose 11s, 15s, or the 11 seed beads, or if you prefer, just click where it says MIYUKI seed beads again, and it will take you to where you can find all 3 of them. So let's just take a look, for example, at our delicas. See, look, there you go. They're all on sale. So this is only until Sunday. That's why it's a flash sale. So if you want to get that, jump on very, very quickly. And like I said, if you're buying anything that's MIYUKI, look, there's 4 pages. Go to page 3, shall we? Yeah, if you're getting anything that's MIYUKI, nicely in rainbow colored order, so it's easy to find, we are also giving you the pattern. Doesn't matter what you're buying, as long as you've got something MIYUKI in there, you will get that free pattern. So for example, if you wanted to try out our Tudor bangle, so here's the Tudor bangle video. I'm going to get onto the tutorial really soon. I just thought I'd get through this really quickly. You can watch the tutorial here. Otherwise, if you want to get some twins and some Preciosa seed beads to try them out, you can get that there. Otherwise, just here, look at that. All 3, you can get any 3 colors that you like. There's 6 different ones, which we've actually changed the rose one slightly and the copper one, which I'll show you what they look like towards the end. But otherwise, if you click on here, just pick whichever 3 you like best, and you get them all 3 for £20. So a bargain. That's how we often do our products. Just choose the 3 you like. So for example, the royal purple, the copper lace, and the aquamarine. You like those 3. There we go. This isn't grayed out anymore. You just click add to basket, and then there you go. You get your discount. They're not $7.95 each. They're only £20. And then of course, if you've got a few pounds more, just 5 more, you'll get that free pattern as well, as long as you're getting something that's from MIYUKI. So yeah, let's get on with a bit of tuition, shall we? I see we've got lots of questions coming in. Max says he's here. He was here watching our channel on YouTube yesterday, and he said, I'll definitely be back. You haven't heard the last from me. He's come to join us. So welcome to Max, who's new to the lives. Let's see. Who else here is new, by the way? I'd love to know who's only just joining us for the very first time and is also new. Here's another one from Argentina. Wow. Lots and lots of people from all over the world today, which is fantastic. Right, let's get on with... here we go. Laura says, where do I find the website? Well, Laura, you can either click the little link, which if it's the one down in the bottom corner here... Wait, let's see if I can find it for you. Just here, beadspider.co.uk. Just click on the little link. Sorry, just type that into your browser. Just there, that will take you to our website. Otherwise, if you are on Facebook or YouTube, just click the little link that says, view the MIYUKI sale or whatever, and that will take you straight to our website there as well. So, yes, let's get going, shall we? That's enough chatting for now. It's time for some beading. I know that's what everybody's here for. I can see everybody is joining in, which is very, very good. We've got lots and lots of people joined us, I think. I can't see how many there are on Facebook at the minute, but lots and lots of people watching, which is great. I'll have a sip of tea, moisten my vocal cords because I've got a lot of talking to do today. There's a lot to get through. So, like I said, I've got these 4 colors which I'm going to be playing with. I'm going to show you first and foremost how to start with the single stitch, as it were. So it's a nice easy little process that we're going to do. I might use the gold color. Let's get these out of the way for now. Oh, also almost forgot, our romance bracelets, they're also ending on Sunday. Lots of things are ending sale on Sunday. So the romance bracelets just here, if you want to get these ones, they're also still on discount, so you can get 3, but these are the only 3 colors left. So the lovely one I demonstrated with, the clear, and then the blue, which, funnily enough, they're the 3 most popular colors anyway. So they're the only ones left. And then, of course, last chance for the Silver Moon on sale as well. That's ending on Sunday too. So that's everything. That's all of the hoo-ha out of the way. That we don't. We want to get on with some beading now. So where have I put my scissors so I can cut this little thread here? There they are. My little scissors. So I'm going to be using, as usual, some spider-on thread. To do a design like this, you might want to have a couple of meters. You might have to sort of extend your thread depending on what you're making. So of course, just sort of whatever's a comfortable length for you, that's what you should sort of use so that you can make the process as easy as possible for yourself. So first thing that we do, we need to just choose ourselves a little stopper bead. So maybe I'll use, shall I demonstrate with the gold color? I think it looks really nice. I'll zoom in. We'll get in nice and close. So I'll use one of my greeny ones here as my stopper bead. So I'll just slide him down towards the end, and then I want to leave myself a tail enough to make a clasp with. So for example, on our double one, I've got sort of just like a little loop piece. It'll be around here, so this is what you can make your clasps with. So enough thread to do that just there, but obviously this is just a demo piece, so I'll only have a tiny one. Go through this little bead once to just lock it in, and if it's not quite secure enough, which this one doesn't quite feel like it's secure enough, you can go through it again. So my thread goes, my thread goes this way, so I'll just go through it in the same direction again, and that just creates a little stopper like that there. See that? Nice and easy. Let's get ourselves some gold ones as well. Here we go. So I've got myself some gold seed beads. It's a nice, easy little process, this. So with my stopper bead at the base just here, I'll try and work nice and flat at the start, but so that I can get a nice firm tension, I probably will hold it in my hands a little bit. So let's get going, shall we? So the first thing that we're going to do is we've got our little stopper on there. We need to pick up 10 beads. So this is just sort of to get ourselves started. You'll see we're going to make our first little triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are a gorgeous color. 8 and 9, which if you're wondering which color this is the color number 1052-49. So if you put this number in on the website, you'll find this exact color, which is the galvanized gold. We sell them in 20-gram packs. So that's how all of our little MIYUKI size 11s are going to come in 20-gram packs. So I've got my little beads just here. I'll slide them all the way down to my stopper, and then I'm going to sort of create that first sort of start of a triangle by going through that last little bead just here. So when we pull that through, it will create a bit of a loop. So the green is a nice contrasting color. Obviously, if you were going to do it predominantly in gold, I'd say use a gold thread or something similar. One of maybe our fawn color spider-on thread could be nice. But yeah, you just want to make sure it's nice and tight on there. And then this is kind of going to give us the first of our little chevrons. I know it looks like a loop now, but when you tighten it back up, you'll get a much firmer little look there, I suppose. So let's continue. What I'm going to do now is pick up 6 beads. I'm starting in left-handed because I'm a lefty, but don't worry, I will flip over so that it's right-handed view after just a couple of iterations, because I know you guys prefer it when it's in right-handed, but I thought I'd cater to the lefties like me first. So now we're going to just pick up 6 little beads. So the reason we're picking up 6 is because we're doing little triangle edges, as it were, of 3 beads and stuff. You'll see, you'll see. So anyway, where we are now, I'll just flip this over slightly so that it's in position for me. We want it nice and firm for now. I'll zoom in even closer so you can really see what's going on here. And what I'll do is we're coming out of this bead, we're going to come back around on ourselves and sort of skip a few beads. So the reason that we have 6 is essentially we're going to be adding the other side of a loop to sit on the opposite side. So I'll just add it in and then I'll explain why. So I'm going to go back. I'm coming out of this one, so we're going to skip this, and then we're going to skip the next 2 as well. So if we put that through this little bead here, might come a little loose. You can see like that, that's fine. Just use your finger on top, and then as you pull the threads nice and firm, which is why you want to use your fingers predominantly, to hold it in your hand to get it nice and tight, it'll get much, much firmer. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit loose now, because you will go through it all again later. So that's kind of giving us, if you have a little look there, we had that first little loop, which was this section, and now we've created another loop on the other side that looks kind of the same. So we're going to have 2 beads in the center. So if we have a little look, essentially what I've added, the 6 beads are the 2 that will be in the center, the 3 across the bottom, and then the one that's going to become like a nice little looping bead like this. So I'll pick up 6 more beads again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we're going to come back on ourselves. So we're working towards ourselves again. So we're coming out of this same bead just here. So we added these 6 here. This one's sort of our upward turning bead. We want to have skipping this bead, and then we're going to come back 1, 2, miss those 2 in the middle because they're going to become these 2 central beads, and then we'll go through the next one along. So skip this first one, skip those 2, and then into this one here. So you'll see in just a second, just get through there. Come on now, there we are. Pull the needle all the way through. And that's going to give us 3 at the top, our little sort of joining bead that joins each of our loops together, 1 at the top and 1 at the bottom, and then 3 in the middle here. So again, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and again we'll just do the exact same turn 1 more time. So let's just pop that over. 1, 2, 3, so these are going to be our 2 central beads, and we'll turn around through this one here. Pull that nice and tight, just like we have, and you'll start to see our chevron is coming together. I know it looks a little bit loose now, but that's perfectly fine because you can always tighten it back up a bit later if you need to. So I'll do a couple more rows, and you'll start to see we're getting that triangle shape happening. So once you've got a nice firm tension, these are the triangles that you'll continue to get again and again and again. Here we go. Oh, we've got lots of people joining in. I can see there's lots of comments I've been missing. I need to keep a better eye on all of these comments. For example, Betty here, she says, I received my romance kits very quickly after I ordered. Thank you. It doesn't take long to make up, and I did it in the time it took to re-watch your video. So I'm glad you were able to get on with that one, Betty, and enjoyed making our romance bracelet, which that was last week's video. All seems to be going nice and well in terms of that. So I'll pick up 6 more beads. Let's keep going. So this sort of basic first little stitch is really, really easy. And then I'll sort of show you some ways that you can change it, you can expand on it, all sorts of things like that. Whoops, got caught on the edge of my bead mat there. So let's just come around again. So we're coming out of this bead here. We'll skip this one, then these two, and through this one here. And then I'm going to flip over to right-handed view. I know you guys like that one. So let's go through here and pull it all tight, nice and firm, like that. Keep my finger on it. There we go. There we are. And it's sort of starting to come together. But to really show you how that chevron looks, I'm going to go through some of the beads until I'm coming back out all the way over here. So if I just hold it nice and tight in my fingers, if I can pick the thing up, there we go. I'll show you how it looks when, oh, like I said, let's flip to right-hand view, shall we? Ta-da, now I'm a right-handed person. How handy is that? So I'll show you how I do it in my hand. Just zoom out a teeny weeny fraction. So I'm coming out of the same place. I like to hold it so that my thumb is holding it on top of my index finger, just like this. And then I'll pick up my 6 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a gorgeous color. I'm loving it. I'm coming out of this bead just here. So I'm going to skip back this one, skip, and into this one here. So when we skip that, see that? I can just go through that little bead just there. And then as I pull that tight, because I'm already holding everything, it stays nice and firm. And then I can keep my tension really firm by holding my thread between my index and ring finger there. And then that's sort of going to create that next little loop. So I'll pick up 6 more beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then I'll just come back, miss this bead, miss these 2, and through the next. So there we go. And the reason I miss that amount is because, like you see, you've got 3 beads between each. You've got 2 in your little vertices, and then you've got that sort of joining bead here. You've got a joining bead here. If we look back, see all of these sort of joining beads. These are the ones that we go through twice. That's what creates those little picot points. Let's just do 1 or 2 more little rows, and then that's sort of the basic stitch, which you can very easily increase the size of your stitch as well if you want to. So I'll show you that as well. So 1, 2, 3, we'll miss that. And you know what? If I think I want to have 1 extra bead going through the middle. I want it to be the 2 edges separated just that little bit further. It's really easy. So we still want to have 3 beads at the bottom. We still want to have our 2 join beads, which I'm coming out of 1 here. So what I should do, because I want to have 1 extra bead in the middle, I'll pick up 1 extra seed bead. So this time I'll pick up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now 7 beads. So I've got 1 extra compared to last time. Pull that nice and tight. And then we'll come back down now, missing 1 extra. This is how we're going to add extra beads into our central section. So I'll miss this 1. I want this one to be in the center. I want this one to be in the center. And I want the 3rd one to be in the center. So I'm going to go through the 4th one. So that means this will become my joining bead just here. Just sort of pinch it with my fingernail there, get it out. There we go. And then you can see I've still got my beads at the base, which, oops, did I add 7 on? Yes. 1, 2, 3, yes, there we go. And then through this bead just here. Where am I? Did I add on my 7th? I can't remember. Maybe I didn't add on. Oh, right, yeah. Not yet. It won't. This is why I was confused. The 7 won't work just yet until we get to our 2nd iteration. So we do the first one exactly the same, And then now we can do it one more. That's why I was getting a bit confused for a second there. It's on our second iteration of adding 7 that we'll get 3 in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And now it will allow us to have 3 beads in the middle. So we'll miss this one. 1, 2, 3, and through this one here at the top. There we go. And now you see I've got 3 beads at the top there. I've got my join beads, 3 in the middle and 3 in the bottom. Pull that nice and tight. And then there you can see, now I've got 3 beads in the center here. So that kind of will expand it if you want to. Let's pick up 7 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come back 1, 2, 3, and through there because we want all 3 to be in our middle. Then through the next bead. And pull that nice and tight. So there we go. And I'll do it again. And you'll sort of see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and also 7 again. Try and keep it nicely in shot. I know it doesn't look tight now, but you'll see it very soon. So I'm coming out of this one, so we won't go through there. 1, 2, 3 through the middle. And this little bead here as well. And now you can sort of see, if I pull that nice and firm, there we go. And now you can see it's just that little bit wider. So each one of them, they're sort of separated, just that little bit more. If you want to get a curve as well, so that you're creating like a necklace shape if you wanted to, you just have to have one side be a little bit longer than the other. So for example, if we wanted to have a very slight curve so that we can make a really nice necklace in the chevron stitch, we can do it so if we say our top is 6 and then the bottom is 7, we'll have, just wait, you'll see. So I'll do 7 and 8 just to make them, because I've already gone up to 7. Let's go 7 beads will be our top number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 beads this way. And now if we come through here, we want 3 in the middle. And I'll go through this one. So again, it's not until the second iteration that you make a difference. So that's still a 7. Now I'll add 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, because this will give me 1 extra bead at the bottom. So I want to have, instead of 3 at the bottom, I want 4 at the bottom. So when you come around now, again, we aren't up to the point where we've done 2 iterations yet, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, so that we've got our 3 beads in the center. It's not going to change it just yet. So you need to sort of think about the delay between when you want your curve to start and when it will actually start. So this little row of 8 is going to be the very first one that will be sort of slightly different. So if we pull that nice and tight there, I'll do 7 again at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and only 7. And of course I want to keep 3 beads at the top, so I'll go 1, coming out of here, 1, 2, 3 beads. And now if I go through here, you'll see I've now got 3 beads at the top, but I've got 4 beads at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4 beads. So just that tiny amount of difference, you can see how it will stretch it, because you'll only have a small bit here and a slightly longer one. So you'll start to create a little curve. We'll see it in a second coming together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the bottom. So again, I'll go 1, 2, 3 beads. So I've got 3 in the middle, which will be these 3. And this one here, like this, would give me 3 beads on the top. See there, 3 beads at the top. And then as we pull that nice and firm, what are you guys thinking of the stitch so far? I know it looks loose, but I'll tighten them up. You'll see what happens in a second. So there we go. Now I'll do it once more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I'll come back down again. So these will be my 3 middle beads. This one I'll go through, and then again I've got 4 beads at the bottom. So when I pull that nice and tight, you'll start to see ever so slightly, especially when it's firmer, this triangle at the bottom is ever so slightly wider. This one is ever so slightly narrower. And so over time, you'll get sort of, if I zoom out, hopefully we can sort of show you the gist. If this is wider, it will means that this sort of bottom row will be that little bit longer, and it will just sort of continue being longer and longer, and this will be a little bit thinner and thinner, and that will give you a really nice curve shape to follow your neckline. So I'll just do 2 more iterations, I think, so that we can really sort of start to see, and then I'll go through and tighten it all up so you can really see what's going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I know I said that there were 5 ways to do this chevron stitch, but actually I've already done 3, and there's going to be more than 5, I think. I said 5 just to be safe, but this is going to be even more, I think. So 1, 2, 3 beads, which will be in the center, through this one here. And of course, if you want to get an even sharper turn, you can just do so that there's only 2 beads at the top. You'll really see the difference once I do that. So I'll go 6 beads this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because there'll be 6, I'm going to do it exactly the same, but this time the top of my triangle will only have 2. You'll see how that happens in a minute. So I'll come down here, I'm exiting this. I want my 3 in the middle, through this one here, just the 1 bead, which you can do through 2 beads if you want to as well, which is another effect. I guess I could show you that too. Maybe I'll do that when I'm doing it with 2 colors, just because the 2 colors you might get bored, because it'll be fairly similar, just a fraction different. So there we go. We can come through here. I'll pick up 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So again, because I'm doing 8 one way and 6 the other, you'll see I'm going to get an even smaller turn. So these are going to be the 3 in the middle. I go through this one, and now if you have a look, there's only 2 beads at the top of this triangle, so it's even thinner. And then as I pull that tight, you start to see, wait, if I stretch them out, you've got this kind of gradual turning happening, sort of a natural turning, which once I tighten it, you'll really start to see it. I'll do one more little go of 6, and then I'm going to firm it up, and you'll really see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And last one. Oh, we've got someone here. Jeremy has waved hello. Hi, Jeremy. Thanks for joining. I don't know if that was for me, but, you know, if whoever else was watching, Jeremy's waving hello. So, hi, Jeremy. Thanks for joining. So, down through here, 1, 2, 3 beads, and through this next one here. And then as we pull that tight, let's start tightening everything up. So I'm going to go around the entirety of this triangle, and you'll see. So see how it's a little bit floppy now. We can go 1, 2, 3 beads. Oops. Through. Come on now. Have I flipped myself over? No. 1, 2, 3. And then pull that nice and tight. Go up my little joining bead here, and through the 3 in the center, and the next joining bead as well. Pull that tight. There you go. See, look, now how much more triangular looking it is. Go through these 2. And essentially, I'm just going back exactly the way I was before. So through here, pull that nice and firm. I'll just turn it round, and I'll continue to just sort of flip it round. So what I'm going to do is go back and around and back and around and back and around all the way through where I've already been. So through these 3 and that next little joiner bead there. Pull this one tight. Now you can see the little triangle gets a little bit firmer here as well. Turn it sideways, keep my thread nice and firm through all 4 of the bottom ones here. Through my joiner bead and back towards where I've come from, through this little joiner bead here as well. Whoops, just out of shot there. There we go. 4. Pick up where I left off, go through these 3 and my next joiner bead. Ooh, don't overdo it. There we go. and then back towards where I've come from, through just those beads there. Pull it nice and tight, through the 4 here, back towards where I've come from, through those ones there. Whoops, don't go through that next one. There we go. Pull that through there, nice and tight as well. Get it lovely and firm. Do a few more, and then I'll show you something nice that you can do with it if you want to. So through this little bead here, so down through our little joiner, as it were, that tight. And as you pull everything firm, previous rows will get firmer too, which kind of helps, doesn't it? So through here, back towards where we've come from, then rotate it again, we'll go back this way, through our little middle bead again as well. And there you go, you can almost see, now that it's getting firmer, you can really start to see the natural turn in your design. Pull that one firmer. Go this way through these 3. And my little joiner. There it is. Now down back towards where we've been coming from, through the joiner bead. Here we go. And I'll just do 2 more little goes so that you get the idea now. Through there. Oops, missed my joiner bead, so I'll go down my joiner bead, back towards the 3 and through the last joiner bead as well. There we go. Pull that through here, make sure I'm not getting my tail caught. There we go. And now, like I said, you can start to see that little curve really starting to happen. So if you've got it nice and firm, which if you're just really firm all along the way, you get these beautiful triangle shapes happening. But if it's not pronounced enough for you, there's a simple solution. So if I just show you very quickly, so this is my row with smaller, you can see the curve now a little bit better, but see how they sort of buckle a little? You can fix that really easily. So do you know what, let's get some 15s as well, because that'll be a bit of fun. Let's see how this works. Get some of my 15s involved. So I've got my same color in size 15. Here are the 11s. See, there you go. Little ones, 15s, big ones, 10s. 11s, sorry. So now what I'm going to do is just go through the entire of this row to straighten it all out. So I'll go through the first 3 beads, because that's where we're at, just before we get to our little joiner. See that? So we're not quite at where we don't want to go down into our join. If you want to have your design say straight, so if you've got 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom, 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom, use the same size bead, because that will give you a better shape. And then go through that little edge there and pull that tight, and that will just fill that gap. See that there? That's that bead I just added. And then I'll do it again. I'll add an 11 through there, and that fills that gap. And now, because I've sort of got some curvature happening, instead of using an 11, I might use a 15, size 15 bead for this one, just because it will further promote that curving shape that we were after. So I'll go through that one here. There you go. See, look, as you pull it tight, it makes it nice and straight, but they're just that tiny bit closer so that you get a really straight little design there. And then through this one here. And now look how much cleaner already that's starting to look compared to our first part. Isn't that nice? So I'll go around here, up through here, and now I'm going around into the other side. So now I'm at the bottom set of triangles. So I'll go through these 4 base beads. You can see there's a nice big gap there. That's what I want to plug up. So I'll use an 11 because it's on my bigger side. Then I'll go through these 4 beads until I reach my next little connecting space there. Oops. I'll plug that little gap up with another 11, and then I'll go through these 4 and see how they were buckling. They're all about to be nice and straight, and it really promotes that lovely triangle shape that we were getting through there. Just extend my thread a little. And now again, let's fill this little gap here, through here. And of course, if it's a little too tight, you've kind of got to play it by ear on how tight you pull this section, because it could create little buckles and things. But look, it's really sort of starting to come together now. So I'll just go through here as well. I'll just sort of add down the edge. And you get a really, really clean design starting to happen. But this is sort of the last step to do. You don't need to do it earlier than this. And again, of course, the tighter you do this strap, the firmer the whole thing is going to be. So if you want it to be relatively loose and comfortable, don't do this section too firm, because it will become quite tight. So I'll just go down here. And then we're skipping this little edge bead. Oops, almost went out of shot there. Skipping this little edge bead. And through here. Look how clean this finish is that we're getting now. It's a really, really neat looking finish. Through here. Through here. There we go. Oops. Oop, did I add a few too many beads? I think I did. How many beads did I just add? I meant to add 1 and I've just added 3. I don't know how I've managed to do that. So I'll take my needle off. How did I pick up 3 beads just then? Clearly I was too efficient with the bead picker-uppering. So I'll just take my needle off, as always, as I always do. Whenever there's a mistake, take your needle off. It's much, much quicker and easier to just rethread a needle. If you've got good thread, rethreading needles is easy. So don't worry about that. Jan says, looking good, Matthew. And here we go. Mary Alice, she says, beautiful, and I really enjoy learning from you. Well, I'm hoping you're getting a nice thorough education. That's why I've decided that it should be called a masterclass almost in chevron stitch. So let's just get nice and close towards the center. There we go. Just 1 bead. I don't know why I had 3. You could potentially make picots at these points if you wanted to. There you go. Through there. And then the last one through 1 bead. And then through this little set just here. And you'll see, lovely, and wait, get these 15s out of the way. There you go. And you can see that curvature even is created by adding an extra bead at the base and leaving these to be loose. So it's a completely different look if you wanted to do it that way. It's kind of fun. It's a really easy way to make something. Obviously you can see my green thread in the gaps, but if you're using a thread that's this color or like a neutral color, you'd never see that thread in the gap. But I just want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. Let me show you now how you would add on a second row. So the good thing is I've sort of left myself not enough thread, which kind of always works out because then I can show you guys some fun stuff. So essentially we need to position ourselves at what would be an up bead, one of our joiner beads. So because I was at 2 beads in the center here, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, we want to be through essentially one of these little beads here when we add our next row of our second row of beads. This could get a little fiddly. Do you know what? It is going to get fiddly because I've done a curve. I'm going to just start again real quickly, and I'll show you 2 colors actually while I'm doing this. Let's do double hand. Sorry, I'll do 2 colors this time, but I'll also do a double width one. So I'll do my first row really quickly. My plan is, in fact, I could even show you three rows. Why not? So this is what we're going to achieve. I've done this bottom section here. This is with size 8 beads. There's the 11s. And then, of course, if you want something even finer, you can do it with 15s. If you want something super tiny. But yeah, you can see this one, I haven't filled the gap with beads. Oh, speaking of which, let's have a sip of tea. I almost forgot about my tea. But yeah, so you can see I didn't fill the gaps, and it makes this one, it's like a nice effect to see the triangles, but if you prefer, you can always fill the gaps again. Of course, don't forget, you are going to get, if you're spending £25 ordering whatever it is that you choose, as long as you're getting something MIYUKI, you will get our little chevron pattern. Oh, I'm way too zoomed in. Here, this little pattern sheet, you'll get that for free as well. What time is it? What time is it? Great. We're powering through today. I'm getting through it. So I'm going to do it 2 colors this time, just for fun. So what my plan is, I might do it so that it's got a gold row. In fact, I'm going to plan ahead and do it as though it's 3 rows. So I might do the outer triangle as sort of this gold color. I'll do the whole inner side in turquoise, and then I'll do a 3rd row so that it's all gold again. So this could be good fun, I think. This will be fun. Let's see how this goes. I'm sort of winging it while we're playing around here. Let's see how this works out. So again, I'll give myself a nice comfortable length of my Spider-Lon thread, which of course, I should have put some Spider-Lon thread in our product category. Maybe if Andrew or Jermaine are watching right now, put some Spider-Lon into the category for today, because I haven't got that in there yet. Only the seed beads. So again, I need a little stopper bead, so I'll use a green one as my stopper, just like before. Leave myself a tiny tail for making a clasp. Weave through it once, weave through it twice. Make sure you don't pierce your thread, because you want to be able to undo this again later, which is important. I'll move these beads out of the way so the camera doesn't try and keep focusing on them. And now essentially what I'm planning to do, because I'm going to do it 2 colors, all of this is going to be in the gold color, but I need to remember to do this row here in the green. So if I'm starting, as I will, you'll see, I'll ooh, bit of a cough there. My 10 beads, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just as before, which is my 3 and my join as well. I'll make my first little loop. Here we go. Pull that through all the way, fairly close. Make sure it's hard up against my stopper, and then I'll just pull that little loop all the way to the end. I'll now, because this is going to become the middle of my design, I'll go, I mean, you could have done it the other way, it doesn't matter, I won't explain it now. 1, 2, 3 beads, because I'm going to do it as a straight piece. So these are going to be on that middle row. So there's 3 beads there. And now I need 3 more gold ones. So 1, 2, 3 gold ones. And just like before, let's just get my thread nicely into position with my hard up against my stopper so it can be nice and firm. There we go. So I'm going to just keep it with 2 beads in the center, so it's that tiny bit quicker. So I'll skip back 1. These are going to be my 2 beads in the middle, and I'll go through this one, which will leave me 3 at the top. Come on now. There we go. And then let's just pull that tight, and then you can see we've got, oops, green at the top here. So now I'll do my 6 all gold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'll skip back on these 2, and then I'll go through this one just before the turquoise color, and only that bead, not the turquoise one as well. I'm trying to hold it in a way that you can see it. It's quite fiddly, but it's kind of fun. It's a challenge, and I like challenging myself. So there we go. So now exactly the same. We'll pick up 1, 2, 3 of the turquoise, 1, 2, 3 of the gold, and then of course these are my 2 little central beads. I'm coming out here, I'm holding it as firm as I can, and then these are the two middle ones, and here we go, just there. So through there, and pull that tight. And now 6 gold ones again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll do this relatively quickly. So if you've got questions now, ask them, because I'm gonna try and answer the questions while people ask them now. So if you've got a question, put a big Q so I see it, and I'll try and answer them while I just sort of fiddle on doing this. But if I make any mistakes, it was all your fault for asking questions. No, go on. Fire them at me. Let's get going with questions. What sort of things do you want to see? What do you want to know? You know, I'm at your disposal. Start questioning. Quiz time. Let's see how I go. And I'll just bead along as I do this, and let's see what we go. Just having a bit of a play. Here we go. Jan, what's this? Jan says, you would get a really nice curve with 3 rows if you used 8s in one row, then 11s in row 2 and 15s in the third row. Would that work? Yes, it would. So the 8s would actually be the bottom of your, whoops, wrong one. The 8s would be the bottom of your little curve, and then the outer ring, and then the 15s would be the inner part of your necklace. Also, Laura says, will we be able to watch this again later? Yes, you can watch it on Facebook or YouTube or wherever you want. I'll show you how to find it on our Bead Spider website. So if you see the logo in the bottom corner down there, Laura, underneath where it says beadspider.co.uk, if you head to that little spot on our Bead Spider website, it will take you to this page just here. Wait a second, let's just get it in place. There we go. And if you click the big thing that says 5 ways to watch Chevron stitch, here it is. You can click there and you can watch it. In fact, we'll probably see me 10 seconds. Oh, there's audio. So there you go, you can hear me. That's potentially playing me while we watch. Oh yeah, let's see. I better turn myself off, otherwise too much audio is going on. I wonder if you guys heard that or not. But anyway, you can watch that little bit of the tutorial at any time that you fancy if you want to. There were 2 of me for a second. Right, let's keep going. I need to focus on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't forget we've got our big MIYUKI sale on at the minute. So if you want to get yourself some discounted MIYUKI beads, we've got 15s, 11s, and we've also got the Delicas. They're all on sale. So the link should be there in the description, whether you're on Facebook or on YouTube. It is right there for you to just jump on and get your savings. And of course, in case you weren't aware, we are offering off, I'm not paying enough attention, we are offering a free pattern today. So if you're spending £25 in total, as long as you've got something from MIYUKI, it doesn't have to be all MIYUKI, just some. You can get 1 pack if you wanted to. You'll get your free pattern included as well, which will show you how to do this double chevron, which is what I'm doing right now, which I was almost out of shot. Right, anyone else got any other question? Let's see. I should just pop my little hands back on again. Here we go. And then up there. Oops, I keep in shot. Oh, I should show you actually the tutorial library again on the website, because somebody's just asked about that. So, wait. Let's head back to the video, the homepage here. So, the old videos don't open, says, hopefully, let's see if I can investigate that one. Let's see if that will work. So if you head to our website, which again, it looks like this. If you're on the homepage, either you can just click on the ones on the right if you want to see the most recent ones. Otherwise, kits and tutorials, video tutorials, just here on the left side, takes you to our video tutorial library. And if you want to, you can say, hey, I want to learn about crown knots. How do you do crown knots? There we go. There's that video. I'll mute myself this time. And then you can just jump in. And there you go. There's my crown knot video You can go back and watch it, obviously with audio, not on mute. Fast forward, do whatever you want, and there it is. There's me, and you can do that on any of those. And then if you click this big button up the top, see all the videos. It'll take you back to the page. Scroll down. Let's load some more. Even more. And it's easy, just like that. Pick whichever one you want, and then that's the easiest way to see all of our videos. So let's just do maybe 1 or 2 more iterations. And then 1, 2, 3. Of course, you can go to our YouTube channel if you want to watch directly on YouTube, because then you can comment on things and stuff like that. Here we go. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and through this last little one here. And let's begin, shall we? Let's begin the process of making it a second row. So you can see if you have a nice firm tension, it'll just sort of keep the right shape automatically. So you don't need to be too worried about going through again and again if you don't want to, as long as you keep a nice firm tension at the beginning. So with my, we're not looking at this side, we're looking at this side here. With my thread coming out of this little bead just here, we're going to start our second row. So the way that we do that, this one's all going to be in green. We go 1, 2, 3. We're going to just pretend like this is our giant stopper bead, as it were. So we start in exactly the same way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. And what we're going to do is, wait a minute, where was I? I've got my little instruction here. I'm trying to read it. Should be there. Oh well, I'm just checking that I do need to have, yes, 10 beads. So we pick up our 10 beads and we're going to create like a little loop exactly the same way. So if we go down this little bead just here, this is going to start our little second row. Now, what we would usually start doing is we would make our little triangle up here. So now what we'll do, essentially, because we've already got one side of our triangle here, we've got the second side of our triangle here, we're going to just go through these 3 beads here, pull that all the way through, and now, so that's like we've added our first 3 beads already. We only need to pick up 1, 2, and 3. So essentially 2 beads, 3. So got my beads just here. And then we go skip 1, skip 2, and through this 3rd little bead just here. See that? So once I pull my thread, hopefully it'll look a little less confusing. So this is that first loop that we created. I'll make sure it's nice and tight first. Let's try and pull it all nice and firm. But essentially what we've done, we've got this loop here, goes through the bottom 3 and then through that top 3. So there we go. Pull that, and that's going to create the first of our little central sections. So now if I just hold that nice and firm, I can just do it all in this turquoise color for now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just count that, check that I've got 6 beads on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to skip these 2, and then this is going to become our little connector style bead, joiner bead there. Go through there, pull that nice and tight. Make sure everything is a little firm. There we go. We've already got the bottom of our next triangle, so through 1, 2, 3. Oops, there we go. There's the center of the camera. Let's try and get our thread out of the way. There we go. Through there. So that's kind of like we're adding 6 beads, but we've already got 3 already done. So there's 3. 1, 2, 3 there. And now we'll go, these are our two inner ones, and this one here, see, look, so 2 for the inside of our triangle. Pull that nice and firm. Make sure it doesn't get caught on this tail thread, which might become an issue, but that's not too bad. Pull that tight. There we go, there's our next few little triangles. Keep it firm tension between those fingers and pick up 6 more beads. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I'll just go back in the direction. So these are my 2 middle ones into this one here. Pull that nice and tight. And now I like to turn it around so that I'm sideways to get through these 3 beads here, which it makes it a little bit loose for a second, but we can get that nice and tight through all 3 of those beads. Pull it tight. And there you go. There's 2. Get your tension firm. Pick up just 3 beads this time. We've already got 3, so we want to continue with our same 6, but this is the 3. And now there's the 2 middle, up through that one there, and pull that nice, all nice and tight. There we go. And again, we'll just pick up 6. And this is essentially how you do a double. So the double's really, really easy, isn't it? And now, last one. Which, I mean, you could even do this in 3 colors where just your central section is one other color. Rather than, because then you'll have a triangle of one color, a triangle of this color, and then you could even have these as your 3rd color. But, you know, maybe for another experiment, another day. Pull through here. There we go, that's all nice and firm. We're almost at the point now. So 1, 2, 3 only this time, because we're already going through these 3. And then up here as well. And then 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Through this one here. And ready, we're going to go into triple mode soon. We're almost at the point where it's time to go triples. So through these 3 beads here. Now, this is kind of handy because I'm going to have to do a bit of a turnaround to get myself nicely into position, am I? No, I'm not. Good. So 1, 2, 3. And then through those, miss those 2 there. And up through this one. Keep out of the way of my tail thread. Get it all nice and firm. And now, actually, do you know what? Because this is going to be a little bit thinner, this is kind of useful. If you wanted to sort of make them match, you'd add one more little set, which I will do, I think, just for my inner perfectionist who needs it to look right. I'll go 1, 2. Actually, no, I will leave it like this because if you think about it, well, if I was just going to do a double, no, I will do it. I will do it just because I think it'll look fun. Let's try it. So I'm going to do one more little step, plus then I can show you how to turn around if you're not in position. 3, 4, 5, 6. I could have continued here, and then I've got, because I'm going to do a triple, I've got the perfect spot for a clasp. This is going to go in a bit, and then I'll have another one perfect for a clasp, but I am going to do the full thing just because, you know, I don't want to cheat you out of it or anything. So through there, down through this little bead here. And now, of course, like I said, it's a little bit, so see now I've got a straighter edge, but I'm coming out of the wrong spot. I need to make sure I'm coming out of my little joiner bead, so this little bead just here, because I got 1, 2, 3, which is sort of what I need. This one, I need to weave myself around until I'm coming back out of this bead in this direction. So it's not too hard, but it does take a little bit of going around the houses to get yourself into the right position. So I need to just go up this way, but I'll go wider through that one there, through that little middle bead here. Through these ones. Now I'm already kind of going in the right direction. So we'll go through here. Am I about to be going the right way? No, I'm not. So I'll go back down this one here. Through here. Up there. Through these bottom three. There. Don't forget, this one's a stopper bead, so ignore this little bead on the end here. He's a stopper. And then we'll go up through these few. So this is my one there. And then I want to make sure I've got 3 beads at the top. So I'm going to exit from this one here, because then I'll have 1, 2, 3 at the top. And now, whoop, don't get caught on your stopper. Just loosen that little thread a teensy bit. And I hope I've left myself enough thread to do my 3rd row. That'd be orcs if I didn't. I can always extend my thread easily enough. So keep your tail thread out of the way. And yeah, that's good. There we go. And now I'm in position to do row number 3. So let's turn it over. Should have given, oh no, I got plenty of thread. I'll be fine. So now it's exactly the same as how we began before. So now I'm going to just do it all in gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 little beads here. And then of course I'm going to just do it, make it that same little loop method as before. So the last of my size 11s, go through that one there. Like I've got a giant beaded stopper almost, kind of like how when we started. Let's just pull. Wait a minute. I'll give myself a slightly less tail thread on my needle so that I don't have to keep pulling it through. And then of course I want to get it nice and firm against this. So just pull, holding my little beads with my fingers here. And then as I pull that, keep my finger on it. And that should make it nice and tight. There we go. So this is my tail thread, ignore this one. This is the one I'm working with. I'll just flip it over so it's easy for me to work with. And now again, just like I was doing before, I'm going to go through the edge beads. So 1, 2, 3 beads of this row here. And pull through there. And now I'll just pick up 3 gold ones. 1, 2, 3 gold little beads. And then this is my sort of in-between bead. Here's 2. And then this is the one I need to go through just here. So don't pierce my thread. Just go through the 1 bead. And then, oops, doesn't matter if it comes a bit loose. It'll come tight again in just a second if I just keep pulling. Just keep pulling. Just keep pulling. Turn it sideways for now. Make it a bit easier for myself. And now I'll pick up 6 more beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So once you do more than 1 row, you know, once you're into your 2nd and your 3rd row, essentially what you're going to do is a step of adding 3 and then a step of adding 6 and then a step of adding 3 and a step of adding 6. So there's my 3. I'll pull it fairly firm through there, down this edge, through the next 3 beads along that edge. Pull it nice and tight. And then just 3 more gold ones. 1, 2, 3, because I did my row of 6 already. So now there's the 2 that will be in the middle. And there's this one here. Pull that. Like so. And now I'm back to where I need to add 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What do you think of the 3 color, by the way? Do you guys like the 3 color version thus far? What's your opinion on the matter? I'd like to know. So now I'll go through the next 3 little beads on this edge. 1, 2, 3. Pull it nice and tight. Pick up 3. 1, 2, 3. And skip my little centrally ones and up through here. Get my tail out of the way, I don't need that one. One, two, three, four, five, six, and through here, and down the edge. One, two, three, pick up three. One, two, three, skip these couple and through the next one. Pick up six. We're almost there, everyone. And then I'm going to show you how you can embellish them, how you can add beads. There's a lot more to go still. I tell you, it really is a masterclass, this one. Kind of ended up having even more content than I thought I would. So through here, three, one, two, three, four, five, six. No, too many. Only three this time. Oops. Only three. Through here. Nice and firm. One, two, three, four, five, six. We're almost there. And then through these final top three beads, one, two, three, which will sort of sharpen that shape there on the corner. And now we just need to add our final three beads. One, two, three, and up. Ta-da! Dun, 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 dun. So if I just, move this out of the way, get that stopper out of the way, keep it nice and firm though, obviously. And then there you go. You can see you've kind of got your two-color method all nicely coming together. And of course, if you want to fill the edges, you can do that quite easily. Really, really easily, like that. If you like this, obviously I could come back and sort of straighten this edge up by adding an extra row because it's not quite straight yet. But if I wanted it to be, it would be nice and easy. And you can see you've got like a nice straight edge here for adding a clasp or whatever it is that you want to do. But yeah, that's going to be the two color. So now let's take a little look if you wanted to embellish it with some beads. That's always fun, isn't it? So bit of cold tea there, not so pleasant, doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add some beads into the gold section, I think. Let's see, let's have a look at the space behind me. Maybe I'll get myself some 3mm or 4mm maybe. Because now I'm going to start doing it with all beady bits. Ah, here we go. Here's a nice gold one. Maybe I need a gold one and a turquoise. Well, we'll just go gold for now. One gold strand of 3mm, which I think this will fit nicely inside my little, wait a minute, no, you want right hand view, there we go. I think this will fit nicely inside my gaps. The colour's kind of fun, I think. And then, is that a 3mm? Yeah, that's a 3mm. Hey, do you know what? Let's do one in 3mm and one in 4mm and see how it turns out. This could work really nicely, or it could be a disaster. We'll soon find out. But either way, at least you'll learn. Two color in the middle. I guess I can show that too, because there is even more I need to do, which I'll show you. There's a lot more to come still. So make sure you're sticking around. Oh, by the way, if you haven't already, let's just see. Whoops! I just realised my audio went. Apparently, I'll have to have a look at this. There's whenever I keep pressing a certain button, it turns off my audio. So I might have to make a slight change to my buttons to make sure I don't lose audio. But yeah, so make sure you sign up to the little newsletter in the description so that you can get. This is I guess what you were missing out. What I was saying. So let's just click this button here. Laura says, do you ship to the US? Wait. Yes, we do. So we have two options when it comes to shipping to the US. You can either order from us direct. You can either order. The standard shipping is £6.50. You don't have to pay a penny more than that, no matter how big your order is. £6.50. Or if you are ordering, if you're ordering more and you want tracked, you can do that too. We just send you an invoice. So essentially, we figure out exactly how much you've ordered weight-wise, and then we just send you an invoice for that amount. So I'm going to show you how to add beads. We do the same pretty much everywhere in the world. So there's going to be in Europe and the UK and in North America, there's a flat rate. That's hard to say, isn't it? Flat rate shipping. And then you can have additional tracked if you like. Else, if you are anywhere else in the world, we pretty much do it like how we do our tracked ones, where we send you an invoice after we've packed it so that we can make it as inexpensive for you as possible. So anyway, I'm coming out of this little bead here. What I'm going to do to fill these gaps is go down these little sort of joiner beads. So if I go down these two here, I've got my nice little 3mm bead in. So I'll just go there, and then that will fill this little beaded gap in there. See that? And that will just fill that space. Now I can go back up the next one. So I'm going to just sort of skip my little, there we go. Skip my little edge piece. So I'll go down into this bead just here. Pick up one more. So I'm coming out. I'll go through that little space just there. So see, I'm coming out just before this one. Pick up a bead and then across and down the next little middle section. So pull that tight and that will just pop into that little gap. Then we'll pick up another bead. See, this is quick and easy, isn't it? And I'll go down into the next little gap. So depending on how big a space you make, so if you did a bigger space with more, wait, my tail's caught again, there we go, with more little spaces for beads, you'll find that you'll have a better fit. I think this is a little bit small for the 3mm. I should have looked at this. It'll give you a nice little, actually, do you know what? This could be really fun. You could even use the fact that they stick up as a means of embellishing things if you wanted to. This is a fun little thought that I've just had. Maybe I'll try that. So I'll come across here now and go down the next little joiner piece through those two little bits there. Pull that. And now I'll get the next one and go through this one. And I'm just going through the little joining middle pieces each time if you wanted to do this. And the next. Keep coming back towards where you've come from, as it were. And then you just fill all those little gaps. How's that? Do the next one. Oops. So go through the next little gap here. And you can see it just adds in some beads really, really quickly and easily to sort of fill it up and look fantastic. And then if you wanted to, you could even use that, because they sort of sit ever so fractionally above, you could use that to embellish. Could be quite fun. Maybe I'll try it. You know what? It's an experiment. We're playing. This is the thing to do with beads. You play. You try things out. Trial and error. Experiment. See how it all goes. If it works. If it doesn't. What does work. What looks great. It's all what it's about. Playing and having fun. And there we go. I sounded a bit like Bob Ross for a second there. Did you ever watch his show where he does the paintings? You know, happy little trees dancing over there in the corner. Bob Ross style. Here we go, do this last one. Maybe I was channeling my inner Bob Ross to convince you to take up beading. It's just so easy. Clearly, you know, I've been definitely watching too much Bob Ross, I think, lately. He's on Amazon Prime, so I thought, you know, let's watch him. Oh, I haven't been paying enough attention. Yes, I have. Good. Thought I'd made a mistake for a second there. And then I'll just fill the last one into this gap, which would be these two beads here. And then pop that nice and tight. I tell you, I shouldn't have removed my stopper after all that. I'll slide it back down so it keeps everything firm. There we go. Get back in there, Mr. Stopper. And then there you go. You can see you've got this really lovely little bracelet happening. Get it fairly firm if you feel you need to. But then, if I pick it back up again, where was I? There we go. I can easily just go straight into this bead. And let's play, like I said, let's embellish, let's join the beads a bit, keep this loose. Maybe actually let's go back and do this the smart way. Pick up one bead to take myself into the next level, like so. That'll help me pull everything a bit firmer. And now let's go, whoops, flipped it over. Pick up two beads. I'm running out of thread here. I'm going to see how this looks. Let's see. What do we think? 1, 2. Do you reckon 2 beads will fit in that gap? Or maybe 3? Let's have a look. Yeah, that looks about right. So we'll go 2 beads in here. Pick up 2 more. 1, 2. This is literally just free form playing all of a sudden. Giving it a go. Seeing how it looks. Or maybe actually let's try it with our contrast color. I could bring in a third color even if I wanted to, or use 15s. So I'm going to do this one in let's do them in green. I mean, obviously, I don't know. What do we think? Yeah, maybe I'll play it with greens instead. Obviously, this is just experimenting, isn't it? There you go, and look. And now I've got myself like a nice little bit on the top. Do you know what? Just for the, because I can't bam have to have changed it midway through. I'm going to go back and I'm going to make those beads gold just cause I wanted to try the different color, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. Come on now. There we go. 1, 2, pick up all 4. So I've got them here. There we go. Go through here. Should have added 1 more bead. Ah, it fell off. That's why. See, this is what I'm saying you shouldn't do. You shouldn't go back through the same bead hole. Ready? Is it going to get caught? Please don't. No, I got lucky that time. There we go. Add my second one through this gap. And through here. And then I'm going to show you one last thing using some beads. I'll make a slightly larger design this. There we go. Now that's like bit of 3-dimensional texture to it. In the end, I reckon the green probably would have been better, but hey, you know, whatever. A little bit of fun at the top. Oh yeah. Also, if you want to be on the show, we're going to do it a little bit less often than we used to. We used to do it every week, but I think we might do it fractionally less often. If you want to send us your pictures, send them to live@beadspider.co.uk and we'll try and show them off on the show. We do this on our we used to do it more often. We're going to do it slightly less often. But yeah, send us your pictures live@beadspider.co.uk and we'll try and get you on the show. We'll do it at least once a month, maybe every 2 weeks. We'll see. We've got some pictures, but send them live@beadspider.co.uk to be on the show. Which, if I can click it, here we go. There we go. So I'll leave it on the ticker at the bottom. But yeah, what do you think? I'll pick up 1 more bead. I'm really low on thread here, but that's okay. And then I'm going to just show you a couple last extra little things that I can do. So let's come up here. Whoops, I lost my thread. one gold one, go through here, through these two. Come on now, there we go. Pick up one more. And hey, this is the fun part about beading. Just experiment, play with things, see what happens, see what it turns out looking like. Might be great, might be terrible, but hey, if it's terrible, just undo it and, oh no, I'm going to do this one in turquoise now. I want to do this one in turquoise. See if it works out all right. Ooh, don't let your thread get caught. Need a second needle. There we go. And two more. You can see I'm like getting so low on thread, I'm having to stretch out a shot to reach my beads. 1, 2. Go through the next one. And the next one. And then the last little pair. Don't know. What do you think? It's an experiment. We've been playing. We're having fun. Damn. Ah, my thread. Just lost it. So close. The very last one. It's always the last one, isn't it? Working with not enough thread. I should have cut myself more at the beginning. Oh well. And then yeah, I'm going to show you one other thing with beads before we finish off for today, I think. There we go. There you go. Well, how does that look? What do you think about that? Let's zoom out and see how it looks on my little wrist-a-rooney. Whoops. Pull that off. So there's sort of the base. If you did that through the whole thing, that could look really, really cool, don't you think? Don't know. What do you think about that? So there we go. That's kind of fun. And then underneath it looks as it did before. Yeah, you could try jumping between the beads. I don't know. You can do whatever you want. You can play with it. Make stripes, lines, whatever it is. Yeah, that's kind of fun. You could decorate the whole thing, and there you go. Bob's your uncle. And that gives it a nice firm structure on the top there too. What do you think about that? So anyway, let's now try a little something else. Here's another little something I'm going to do. So this time it's going to be very, very similar, but this time I'm going to make a slight difference. And this would make a really nice idea for a choker, I reckon. So yeah, it'll do. That's enough thread for now. Again, I'll give myself a nice little stopper. I'm going to work with the turquoise, I think, this time. So let's get these gold ones out of the way. Bring in my turquoise color. One little stopper, which this time it could be gold. And I'm going to show you how we could do this as a choker, because I saw someone said this would make a nice little choker. I'm going to give it a go. Where was that person? Who was that? Who said let's do it as a choker? Can't even see. Doesn't matter. Anyway. So I've got my little stopper almost ready. 1 and 2. And I'm going to start myself off in pretty much the same way. There we go. And now I will... Oh, welcome to Wayne, by the way. Wayne, we haven't seen you today thus far. Oh, he's over on Facebook. That's a nice change. Wayne's usually over on YouTube. But welcome to Wayne. He's just joined us. He's one of our regulars. So a nice welcome to you, Wayne. Thanks for joining. We were wondering where you were. So, just as before, I'm going to do something ever so slightly more. So, instead of doing 10 beads, because I want to have 4 in each thing, I'm going to do 12 instead, I think. 13. So how many have I got? 1, 2, 3. This will make it ever so slightly larger. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. We're playing, mind you. So if this doesn't quite work, you know, well, we'll see what happens. But I'm hoping this was going to work out really nicely. So again, I'm going to make a bigger loop this time. Slightly bigger. Because I want everything to be 4 beads this time. So I'll have 3 in the middle and then 4 beads. So that means I need to add slightly more on each iteration as well, so 8. But let's show you something really fun. What beads shall I use? I've got these 4mm bicones. Do you know what? Let's do a little bit of both, actually. I think this is going to be fun. I've got some of my 4mm bicones here, which I think this is quite a nice little colour. I've also got some 6x4s, which maybe let's try it with both. Let's see which one works better, shall we? Because again, it's a fun experiment. I've got quite a few different beads I can try. Let's try, I've got some 4mm bicones, I've got some 6x4s here, and I've also got a bluer version, which is a 6mm bicone. Shall I try the 6mm bicone? This is, so you can see it's flipped. Here we go. I'll leave the 6mm. No, let's use the bicones as well. I'll just pop the beads out of the way, but we'll start with 4mm bicones, and then we'll graduate up and see how it goes. So because I want to do it exactly the same, I'll just do the first row. So as though it was 8, I'll do the first couple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I want to have 3 in the middle because we've added 1 to everywhere. So there should be, there we go, 8 beads, so we get a bigger triangle. See that, ever so slightly larger triangle. 8 more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll go 1, 2, 3 in the middle. And that's going to give me 4 at the top. So there we go. There's 8 beads. There we are. And now ready for this? Instead of adding 8 beads, I'm going to add 4 beads. My bow cone, I reckon, how many beads is that wide? 1, 2, 3 beads worth. We'll see how this looks. So I'll pretend that this is my 4 beads at the bottom, and then 1, 2, 3 more beads, 4 more beads, sorry. And I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, like so. So through that, and then this is my idea for the bottom of our little choker, which, do you know what, actually, as a thought, let's try this. Like I said, we're experimenting here. Let's go back through this bead. Don't get caught. There we go. I'm going to, just for fun, I'm going to use some of my 15s just to give that 4mm a bit of space around it, to sort of give it some breathing room. And in fact, I could even do it with the gold colour if I wanted to, but I'll stick with the same. So I've got my 15s here, just get a few of them out. Let's try this out. Just, you know, we're experimenting, we're playing. This could be a disaster. I'll just unthread this 4mm here. Pull, 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 pull. There we go. And I'll start with a 15, a 4mm, and a 15. Why not? There we go. So that's going to be the equivalent of the first 4 of our beads. Let's get this out of the way. And now I'll add 4 of my 11s. So make sure you don't confuse them. Your 11s and your 15s. 2, 3, 4. And then there's my 3 middle ones up through this fella here. Make sure everything's nice and tight. There we go. That may be them. Yeah, I think that gives me a slightly nicer little finish just there. Allows this to sit a little bit straighter, I think. So let's pull that. Plus also, because this is a crystal, the 15s will protect my thread from the crystal. It'll make it less likely that a crystal will cut your thread if you've got little 15s protecting the holes, as it were, which is a good little tip. So I'll add 8 more of my 11s now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'll come down just before my last little 15 bead. So that's going to give me that same internal little gap of 3 beads. Pull, pull, pull all the way. Like so. There we go. Like that. And now just pull this a little tighter as well. Get everything firm and tight. And now I'll pick up a 15, a 4mm bicone, and a 15, and 4 of my little seed beads here, my size 11s, and then again we're coming out of this one, these 1, 2, 3, through this one, so that we're going to keep that same, oh, I'm out of shot, sorry, keep the 3 in that triangle, pull that, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 beads down through the last one below. Let's zoom in, shall we? Just realized I'm a little bit further out than before. Just a fraction. There we go. Now you can really see what I'm doing. Get a 15, another 4mm, oops, and another 15, and then 4 more of my seed beads. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then, of course, we want to have our 3 beads through the middle. And then there you've got like a sparkly crystal at the bottom. Shall I change it to try out some of my other beads? How would it look with a crystal on each side, says Jermaine. Okay, let's try that out. So let's try that out again as well. So we'll go a 15, or actually, this could be fun. This could be fun. Maybe this is, yes, this is fun. So instead, Jermaine said do a crystal on both sides. There's my 6x4, or no, let's try it with that 6mm bicone, I think. I think that could look fantastic, actually. This could look really nice. Plus, this might give me more of a necklace curve. Let's see if this works. I don't know. We'll fiddle with it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is going to give me like a curve. Because this bead is a bit bigger, this 4mm one, it'll give me a curve. So this might not work for a choker. Let's try the, I'll do a couple of the 6x4s to start with, and then we'll go with the thing here. So we've got these ones here, and then I'll go 4 little seed beads, which, hey, you could make these 4 beads different color if you wanted to. And then up through this one here. And now I'll have a 4mm on one side, a 6mm on the other. There we go, like so. And let's just continue. So I'll do a 15, a 4mm, and a 15, followed by 4 seed beads. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now just pull this a bit firmer, get everything tight. Go through that bead just before the 15. Are we enjoying playing, everyone? What do we think about the concept of what we're doing here thus far? Let's see how this looks. So we'll do another 15, 6x4mm, 15 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then through that little bead just before. Let's move these beads. They're trying to focus on that. There we go. Ta-da! And one last little iteration. 15, 4mm bicone, and a 15, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, and through this gap here. There you go. How's that look? What do you think about that? Because this is a 4mm wide and this is a 4mm wide, it will stay straight. So that will work really nicely to give it that choker look if you wanted it to be tight. But otherwise, if you want it to curve, so for example, see how this is dead straight. If you wanted it to curve, let's try it now with a 6mm bicone, because that will just be that little bit bigger. Color's a bit different, but that's okay. Give myself a few extra 11s. And like I said, you'll see the effect is ever so slightly different. From hole to hole 4mm, hole to hole 4mm, keeps it straight. This one, the hole's that little bit bigger, so we're going to find that potentially it's going to look, it'll give it that curve shape. So if this is our new bottom, we'll go a 15, a 6mm, and a 15. Then our 4 little seed beads. One, do you know what, actually? We could even do it like this. This would be fun. Let's make our central section gold. Like, this is going to look like the most hodgepodge piece ever. So, because we have 3 beads in the middle, I'll do 3 of them gold, and then my little joiner piece can be that turquoise color. Oh, have I done it the wrong way? No. So we go through this one. So there's 1, 2, 3, and through this one. Is this going to work? I think I needed to do it that way. Or is it? Soon find out. Oh no, it is the other way around, I think. Yes. So I need to undo this. Let's just go back. It's actually the turquoise one needs to be first, now that I'm looking at it. So we'll just go through the other way. So turquoise first. 1, 2, 3 beads. And through this one here. This will give us our second color in the center. So pull that nice and firm. And now we'll go a 15, a 4mm, or a 6x4, doesn't matter. And then we'll start with a turquoise and go 1, 2, 3 gold ones, and through this little turquoise here. And we'll do our next little bicone. So we'll go a 15, a bicone, and a 15, 1 turquoise, 3 gold, 1, 2, 3 gold. Do that last little turquoise there. Pull it up. You can see our little centrals are all gold. We're getting a bit of a curve. You'll really start to see the curve soon once I've done a few more. 4mm bicone, 15, 1 turquoise. We're getting more and more complicated as we go, aren't we? Which is kind of fun. I kind of like that. It's a good way to learn. A learning curve. We started nice and easy. Now we're getting more and more complex. Here we go. What are people still... Oh, clangers. Oh, gosh. We won't discuss the clangers. People still chatting about... I can see all the comments coming through on YouTube. People talking about previous videos that we did where we lost track of ourselves, didn't we? We were kind of on a bit of a... We were being naughty. We were making some dirty jokes, weren't we? Or I was, at least. Talking about clangers in bells, and let's not get back into that. Good grief. Yeah, so let's keep going. I'll just do a few more rows and you'll really start to see that curve again. So through there. Of course, obviously, I've only got these colors to hand, so maybe I should have tried some of the others. But hey, go on, get yourself some of our new MIYUKI beads. They are lovely to work with. I'm having lots of fun playing with these MIYUKI beads. Of course, I still love my Preciosa ones as well, which we have those too. We're not going to be getting rid of those. We still love those ones. I'm a big fan of the old Preciosa, but people were always saying, oh, do you sell MIYUKI? Do you sell MIYUKI? So finally we decided, all right, it's time. The time has come. We should start selling these MIYUKIs. So that's why we finally brought them out. But hey, as I said, they are on introductory sale. So go and get some if you want. You'll get a bargain. So there we go. I've added, once again, my size 15, my 6mm, my 15, my size 11 in turquoise, 3 golds, and I'll go through this little turquoise here. And then I'm about to run out of 4mm bicones, so I'll just have to remove that one. So get that nice and firm. I'll finish off very, very shortly. Through this little turquoise here. And lastly, one more 6x4 little crystal, 15 turquoise, 3 gold ones. I think that's going to do us for today. What time is it? Oh wow, we've been going a while. I've got carried away. Nearly 2 hours we've been. I've been having too much fun playing, haven't I? So yeah, don't forget everyone, you will get your... Now I've lost all my tension. I lost my attention, and now I've lost my bead tension too. There we go. Let's lay it down, pull it all tight. And then there you go. Look at that. Doesn't that look lovely? That's worked out really nice. I'm really happy with that, actually. And that's going to give you... So like I said, you've got... Let's zoom out. A natural curve to it. So just that slight amount, it stayed nice and tight just here. But then now you've got this beautiful curve happening. A lovely natural curve to create that effect. To sort of bring it round into a necklace. But hey, how's that looking? I love it. This has been fun. This has been good fun. And doing the gold through the center, really cool too. But yeah, so hopefully that will give you lots to play around with. Don't forget, if you want to learn the basics of the stitch, spend £25 and we give you the pattern for free as a gift. So anyone who spends £25, as long as you've got something that's MIYUKI branded, we don't care what it is, something, even if it's all £25 worth of this gold bead on its own. If you wanted to, we'd probably run out of stock. Oh wait, let's go to my face. Yeah, this little bead just here. Wait, come on now, get in focus. If you want to know the number of the bead, there it is, 152.49. Nancy was admiring the gold, so I thought I'd show her there. But yeah, of course, you can get £25 worth of MIYUKI stuff if you want, and you'll get the pattern. You can get £5 worth, and then choose 3 colours of our Tudor if you want to. That's also going to get you to £25, because this is a really, really lovely little bangle here, which I'll show you it. Get my hands through it. There we go. They stack really nicely. But yeah, you can just do that as a nice little bangle, but it's a very simple little technique, which Wayne said, he's just clearly watched it not long ago. He said, I enjoyed your tutorial, Jermaine, because Jermaine did the Wednesday one, and I did the Friday. But yeah, so if you want to get this one as well, oh, this is something I should mention, which is super cool. If you wanted to turn this into a necklace, just get 3 kits, all the same color, or get 3 different ones if you want. And instead of, here, this is the aquamarine color, just here, do your 1 kit, that'll get you this far, do 2, do 3, and all 3 of them will make a really nice little necklace, which is a fun idea. We give you plenty of beads to make quite a long one. I should mention, because I know Jermaine's going to tell me, I'll show you on the table actually, which my table's a big fat mess at the minute because I've been beading away and playing. Here we go. We've changed the color we've improved them. This is the old color of the rose, but we have got rid of that. We've moved on to something even nicer. This is the old copper color, but let me show you the beads that you get with that one, because we changed them because, you know, I thought I want something a little bit nicer. Sarah says, can I buy just the pattern? At the minute, no. We will have it on sale probably in a week or two, but at the minute, it's only free if you buy some of our products, I guess. But yeah, so let's take a look at the colors, the new version of the rose. So obviously the old rose had this sort of transparency red, which I quite like it, but we got a new bead that we decided we'd try out, and it's so lovely. It's like one of the nicest beads I've ever seen. They're the same color red on the glass, but then they have this absolutely gorgeous sort of watermelon color red coating, pink red coating on the other side. So wait, let's have a look. Here they are. These are those absolutely gorgeous little beads that you get with the new rose color. So if you fancy playing with these gorgeous little beads which they are absolutely spectacular. I really, really like them. Because they've got the metallic on one side, it makes the clear side ultra shiny. But yeah, that's... this is the seed bead that you get, and then this one here. So we've replaced it. See, there's the old color, completely lifeless in comparison. We went, do you know what? It's time for something new. This is the new color. So if you're getting the rose, this is the bead you'll get. And we've got the same with the copper color. So I'll just put these watermelon-y ones down. The copper color also has this really beautiful new sort of coffee colored metallic color as well, which looks gorgeous. It's the same as the watermelon, but in that sort of sepia color. Sepia, I don't know how. Homo sapien. There we go. And then there's that sort of sepia color, sepia. Again, you see the little beads, how ultra shiny the clear ones look, the clear sides. They're half clear and half metallic on the other side. So that's what gives them that gorgeous little sparkle, but then you've also got that really lovely metallic surface as well. So yeah, that's the two of the colors. Now let's just talk really quickly about what's coming on next week. So next week we're going to be back to 2 tutorials, but it's going to be one project in over 2 days. So essentially what we've got planned is, in fact, I should clear the table so that you can actually see it properly. I'll lay it down, but I will hold it up as well. Come on now, here we go, zoom out a touch. So I'm going to show you how to make a really gorgeous beaded bag, little amulet bag. So this is just the sort of tiny little base, but actually it's a tiny bag. See that? You can get your finger inside. So you'll learn how to make this beaded little bag. Obviously, if you wanted to make a much larger bag, that you can, but essentially the point of this is that it makes a really nice, how do I look? Amulet style necklace. We give you a charm which you can use if you want. You don't have to. If you prefer, it'll look like this. Wait, there we go. You can do the fringing, you don't have to. You're going to learn all of this. So on Wednesday, I'm going to show you how to make the actual bag part like this, which we've got 4 colors. Doesn't quite work with my pectorials there. What was I doing? That looked terrible on camera. What did I do that for? Anyway, so this is what we're going to make. It's going to make a really nice little bag just there, which... Let's have a look at some of the colors. There are 4. One of the photos I need to improve for sure though, because it does not do the picture justice at all. The picture doesn't do the piece justice rather. So one of them is this gorgeous blue color just here. So we've got a really nice little blue. Come on, focus. Focus, my little camera friend. You can do it. No, doesn't want to. Well, anyway, there's the blue. We've got a gorgeous turquoise color, so sort of similar to what I've been playing with today. There's the turquoise one here, which again, you can, I don't know, pop something in. If you want, you can use like a really big crystal pendant, something like similar. If you've got like a really big crystal, or if you're, you know, sort of wanting sort of chakra crystals or something, you could pop them in the bag and then wear them as your little necklace if you wanted to. But yeah, so that's the turquoise. And then this is the one which I absolutely adore the color. I think it's so nice, but it's really difficult to photograph. So we'll see how it looks on the camera here. But it's a really deep, vibrant, olivey green tone. And then it has this sort of gorgeous silvery gold color as your seed bead. This is the final of the 4 colors. They are in stock. You can go and get them. I am going to do, if you're only going to get one, go and get it now. If you want to get more than one, wait until probably the weekend or Monday, because I'm going to bundle them so that it'll be, you know, any twofer sort of deal. But yeah, so if you're only going to get one, wait for now. If you want to get 2 or more, wait until a little bit later. But yeah, so that's what's coming next week. Also, I guess I should mention one last time, the Romance is still on sale. Again, that one's got get any 3 for your bargain deal. I can't remember if it was 3 for 21 or 3 for 20, something like that. Really, really nice little colors. These are the 3 colors that are left. So if you want to get that, last chance is now. Same with our silver moon. So many things are going out of sale on Sunday. So there's this one here as well. And then, of course, our twin beads, our MIYUKI Delicas, our new size 11s, our new size 15s, all of that is on sale as well until Sunday. So don't miss out if you want to get some of that. And then, of course, you'll get that free pattern as long as you're spending £25 and getting something that's MIYUKI branded. Doesn't matter what. But yeah, if you've enjoyed today's video, if you found it informative, if you found it useful, please do like and share our videos. Our YouTube channel is growing really, really quickly. I think we're at 21,500 people now. I should also mention, I've got a little sticker here telling me don't forget to mention our romance bracelet, the one that's going off on sale on Sunday. If you missed that tutorial, we're experimenting. We're doing shortened versions of our videos, like highlights of what we've seen today. Because obviously, you don't want to sit through 2 hours unless it's live. So what we're doing is sort of compressing them down into shorter amounts. So we've got one coming of the romance tutorial. The whole thing, I think, just 13 minutes to cover the whole tutorial. Almost like a highlight show from our live. You won't get any of the banter and the chat and all of that sort of fun. But if you want to learn the technique, that's the one to watch. So it's really clear and easy to learn it. So that's what we're going to start doing sometimes, I think, is shrinking them down to much shorter consumable videos as well. That one will be live probably in about an hour's time. So if you haven't got too much on, check it out in about an hour's time. That romance bracelet will be there, that video on YouTube. Won't be on Facebook, it'll be on YouTube. And it'll be on the Bead Spider website as well. So yeah, thank you everybody for joining. Let's see. Lots and lots of people here still. Lots of commenters, which is great. Max, who was new, thanks for joining us, Max. Kay was here. Jan, you're always here. Wayne, who's always here, which is lovely to see you. Let's see, I guess... oh yeah, everything going on in Texas. Hopefully everything is going well for you, Wayne. We're thinking of you. Lots of people are mentioning that they're all thinking of you and worried and everything. So I hope it's all going okay. He says he's got the water back now and the electricity's back. So good to know. I'm glad. But yes, so thank you everybody for joining me for this week's tutorial. I will see you again on Wednesday for that cute little amulet bag. But yeah, thanks very much. We're always on at 3 p.m. So whether it will be live or a tutorial, it'll be at 3 p.m. just so that it covers all of you in the US and here in the UK as well. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. I will see you all next time. Have a lovely weekend, and I guess, thanks for joining me. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.